Alright, let's dive into something that's both fascinating and a little surprising. You know Sylvester Stallone, right? The guy who punched his way into our hearts with Rocky and Rambo. But here's the thing, he's not the only star in his family. Personally, I think what makes this really interesting is how his siblings have carved out their own paths, some in the spotlight, others completely off the radar. It's like the Stallone family tree is this hidden map of talent, and I'm here to guide you through it. First off, let's talk about Frank Stallone Jr. now. If you're like me, you might have thought, oh, another actor riding on their famous siblings' coattails. But here's the kicker, Frank is a legit musician. I mean, the guy wrote Far From Over, that banger from Staying Alive, and it hit the Billboard Top 10. What many people don't realize is that he's also been nominated for a Golden Globe and a Grammy. That's not just riding on Sly's fame, that's building your own empire. From my perspective, it's a great example of how talent can manifest in different ways within the same family. Now, let's shift gears to Tony Ann. She was an actress, just like her big brother, but her story is way more complex. She married twice, had a son, and sadly passed away from lung cancer in 2012. What this really suggests is that fame isn't the only measure of a life well lived. Tony Ann's story is a reminder that behind every celebrity name, there's a human with their own struggles and triumphs. It's a detail I find fascinating, how some family members embrace the spotlight, while others' stories remain in the shadows. Then there's Brian and Carla, Sly's half-siblings from his dad's second marriage. These two, they're like ghosts in the Stallone family narrative. They've kept such a low profile that it's almost intriguing. Personally, I think this raises a deeper question. What does it mean to be part of a famous family, but choose anonymity? Is it a rejection of fame, or just a different kind of life? If you take a step back and think about it, their choice is as bold as any Hollywood career. And let's not forget Dante, the youngest of the bunch. Born in 1997, he's practically a millennial in a family of boomers. One thing that immediately stands out is how Frank Jr. proudly posts about him on Instagram, calling him not so little anymore. It's a sweet reminder that family bonds can transcend age and fame. What this really suggests is that no matter how big the Stallone legacy gets, it's still rooted in these personal, everyday moments. Now, here's where it gets even more intriguing. Sly's parents, Jackie and Frank Sr., were creative powerhouses in their own right. Jackie was an astrologer, dancer, and wrestling promoter. Talk about a Renaissance woman. Frank Sr. was a businessman who even had cameos in Sly's movies. In my opinion, this is where the Stallone talent gene pool starts. It's not just about Sly or his siblings, it's about this whole lineage of creativity. What makes this really interesting is how each generation seems to reinterpret that creativity in their own way. If you take a step back and think about it, the Stallone family is like a microcosm of the entertainment industry. You've got the megastar, the musician, the actor, the recluses, and the next generation waiting in the wings. It's a story of legacy, choice, and the many ways talent can manifest. Personally, I think what's most fascinating is how each sibling's path reflects something about their relationship to fame. Some embrace it, some run from it, and some find a middle ground. So, here's my closing thought. What does it mean to be part of a famous family? Is it a blessing, a burden, or just another chapter in your story? The Stallone siblings show us that there's no one answer. Their lives are a reminder that fame is just one part of the equation, the rest is about who you are when the cameras stop rolling. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Catch you in the next one.